Hey guys, what's going on? My name is James Mason, and I just want to show you this trade that I jumped in today. It is ticker symbol EDAP. And before I start playing this video, I just want to talk about it very quick. Um, so starting off, I was watching this for a little while, and I actually had almost jumped in, and I'm glad I decided to just watch my indicators a little bit more, because this right here happened. And if I would have jumped in, say right there when it bounced off of this line, I would have been upside down, from the get-go. So before we start, when I was talking about jumping in a moment ago, down here it's a little bit hard to see because these MACD lines are in the way. Um, so these candlesticks for the MACD, they start thinning out right here, and I was waiting for it to almost go invisible, and I was gonna watch over here at this 1 minute chart, and I was hoping to catch it, somewhere right in here, and it started uptrending pretty good, and then that would have reversed on the 5 minute. But like I said, I was glad that I had actually watched this just a little bit longer and held off. Now, there are some things that I want to show you in this video, and it's locking in profits when you have them. Unfortunately, I didn't do that, but even though I didn't lock in my profits, I am glad that I actually caught this caught this trade in a recording. It's a good teaching lesson, and I feel like someone out there could benefit from actually seeing this actually take place. So at one point I was up, I think, roughly around $150, and in the end I actually took $10. So overall it's a horrible trade, but it's the truth, and I'm glad it was actually recorded so you guys could see it. So here we go. I will try to explain what's taking place throughout this video. Okay, so you can see right here this huge red candlestick, and it breaks past this line, and I guess everybody's assuming that it's going to bounce off of this yellow line right here. And usually that is the case, but that's not always how it will work out, because it could actually go beyond this line, and at that point you have no idea where it's going to stop. So in this situation, it actually does start going back up a little bit, and I'm over here just checking out my 5 minute chart. Let's see. So I'm just showing how much volume right there in that sell-off. It's over 364,000 shares were exchanged, and it was mostly being sold. If you watch here in a minute, it will actually start uptrending, and it just keeps getting rejected off this light blue EMA line. And what I was wanting to do is jump in and basically just scalp this for a few pennies. The thing is, like, I had it, and I had more than a few pennies, and I got greedy. I was wanting to see how high it could actually run, and I should have just taken the profits and walked away. Instead, I chased this. Well, not really chased it, but I sat in it for a lot longer than I was wanting to, and I didn't take those profits when I had them. And so, well, as you can see, I just bought right there. But I had profits, and that's just to verify. So I got in at 343 with 1,000 shares. But I had profits of like $150, and I didn't take it when I had the opportunity. And clearly, this is in a downward trend. You can definitely see the big picture right here on the 5-minute chart. Also over here, it is on the 1-minute chart. It's still in a downward trend. So I was wanting to hit it real quick and just write up a few pennies and just sell and move on. So I just bought 1,000 shares. My average is $3.43. And let's see. Right here, the RSI, was at 41. So it's starting to go back up. And, what I was doing was I was just watching that RSI, and I was kind of wanting it to hit around 60, and I was just going to sell off regardless of what it was. And see right here, it got up, it hit good numbers. And I should have just taken it. But again, being greedy, I was wanting to chase it, somewhere around up here. I actually end up deciding to put in a sell order at $3.65, and you will see that here shortly. So now it's starting to sell off just a little bit. And you can see where I'm debating in my mind, to put in this order, and I'm sitting here thinking, where I'm gonna, put in this order. And so then it starts going back up. And this is actually when I decide to drop in an order for $3.65. And there you go. So my RSI is starting to go back up here, and in my mind, I'm fully confident that it will easily hit $3.65, and just waiting, for this reversal to happen. It's starting to go up good, the way I want it at this point, at least. So what I just did right there, to cut, it was roughly like 5 minutes or so. I just cut out that section. I thought this is a cheaper, audio recording device for my monitor, but it really doesn't have too many features on it. It pretty much just, cropping out sections of videos and pictures. But so I cut out that section just to show this, what I thought at the time was a reversal, and it actually wasn't. And over here, I am just, looking at the potential ranges for profit, based on the price action and what it has moved thus far today, while it was trading. And so here we go again. Another huge red candlestick. At this point, all that big profit that I had built up, it's not really there no more. I think this price range, I have roughly like $90 profit, which, still good, just for a few minutes of work. I should have, still just taken it, but again, just being super greedy, and I was wanting this thing to push up to $3.65, and actually what I was doing was, trying to force this trade. So here, this candlestick is pushing down, I'm losing my profits, and this MACD line is starting to cross back over, and I don't have a clue where this thing can go. So I'm sitting here contemplating, should I sell or just ride it out? And as I'm making my mind up right here, at this point you only have these things right here to go off of. And you don't know if it's going to keep trending down, or go up. And so as I'm watching this, I have another red candlestick, and I'm just like, man, like I'm about ready to go from $150 profit that I could have taken to, taking a loss. Like that's stupid, And like I said, again, this was a bad trade that I made. I should have just locked in my profits and chased it. Not chased it, but, so there I go. I dropped my order down, and I just sold off. And I'll show you here in a moment my measly $10 profit, which in the end really truly wasn't a profit because of my commission fees that I had to pay. So overall I took like about a $4 loss, but at least I had stopped it before it had gotten too bad. And in my mind at this point, I thought it was just going to keep on trending down. And so you'll see right here, it decides to start going back up. And, so that's pretty much it. That's my $10 profit right there. Overall, it's a horrible trade, but I am glad that I caught it live, recording it, so you guys could see, where I messed up at, and you guys could, potentially try to avoid something like this. So if you take away anything from this, lock in them profits, and stay green. But give me a thumbs up on this video, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe.